everyone, and welcome to That's Ridiculous, a brand new podcast with me, Joe McElderry, and the icon, the legend, it's Grandma Hilda. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Would you like a little whiskey before we kick things off?
I would.
Right, let's pour you one. Get you a little whiskey. You'll have to tell us when, right? I'm not very good at your measures.
Well,
That's not a very big measure.
that's right.
That's just right for you.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been? Have you had a good week?
I have.
You have?
I've been to drama as usual. I've been out for my lunch.
Right.
Done a bit shopping.
What did you do at drama?
We're doing a play at the minute.
And I'm assuming you're in it. You're not
I am.
directing it, are you?
No.
Who are you playing?
An old lady who's lost her dog.
What, like it's gone missing?
No, she's lost. It's died.
Oh, it's dead.
But she's walking round the park talking to herself about her dog Arthur.
Right.
And the people in the park think she's talking about her husband.
But it's a dog.
People listening in are making assumptions because she said, I would like to be where you are now.
Mm-hmm.
And they are assuming she's talking to do something drastic.
Right.
But she's not. It's them making assumptions. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just lost
grieving
in
her dog.
memories.
Yes. She's grieving for our dog.
She's lost in her memories.
Sounds like nice, light material for a weekly drama group.
Well, yes, it is. They all get it in their heads and all gossiping. And then our son comes to look for her and realises she's talking about her dog. And he said, you should have your phone with you, which is stupid to me. At your head while you're talking to yourself. This will cause gossip.
Who's wrote this play?
I don't know.
I know you said
one of them in the drama, but it's not a comedy, you know. I know you might think.
Are you selling tickets to this?
No.
No?
No.
So wait. So are you doing it in front of an audience?
No, we're just doing it.
Like,
it's getting videos.
They're
videoing it.
What, for a DVD release?
I don't know. But it's not a funny play, it's a drama.
Well, you seem to think it's funny.
But it's not really. I'm doing it serious when I'm there, you know.
What's your name in the play?
Biddy.
Well, we can't wait to follow your journey with that one and see how you get on with Biddy and Arthur. Well, anyways, it's good to be back. How do you feel being back for the second episode?
Well, I found it quite interesting and little chatting.
You know what a podcast is yet?
Not really.
No? Has anyone spotted you in South Shields?
There was one lady said she had seen us on that ticky-tocky thing you do. And I said to her, I didn't know what she was talking about, but she said the podcast was good.
Oh, well, that's good. So we've got one listener. We've got one person listening. That's brilliant. People seem to be enjoying it, which is lovely. But coming up, we're going to be asking you for your advice again with some more dilemmas. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
You don't look too sure. And I'm also going to be giving you a new word of the week. Can you remember what the word I taught you last week was?
No.
Not a clue?
No.
No, not at all. Great. And also we did something fun this week. We did the photo shoot for the podcast.
Yes, we did the photo shoot.
How did you find that?
Really very good. We had a bit fun in games there.
Did you enjoy experiencing what it's like for me in front of the camera?
Yes.
I directed you mostly for the photo shoot. Did you think my direction skills were all right?
Mm-hmm.
It was all right, was it?
It was.
Oh, well, that's good. And I see you've got another glamorous leisure suit on.
I always wear leisure suits
Uh-huh.
through the day.
And this is a lovely, for those who can't see, you've got a nice red, orange and pink matching leisure suit.
Yes.
It's got a hood on it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like a hooded leisure suit, don't you?
I do.
And you've got your sparkly trainers on, which look very glamorous.
Good.
I like this one. I think this might be my favourite leisure suit.
Oh, dear.
Yes. Talking about outfits, I wanted to ask you. I'm going to show you 3 photos of outfits I've wore in the last few years. And I want, those of you who don't know, Grandma was a seamstress. That was your job, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For many, many years. And she used to make me all of my costumes when I was a kid. I had a bell dress.
Yeah.
What else did you make us?
Well, everything you saw on stage you wanted.
You made us a, what was it, a Dorothy skirt?
Uh-huh.
I remember you made us a green silk skirt, didn't I? That was my favourite. So there's, but anyways, we'll talk about that later. But I wanted to show you these pictures, and I want you. This is an outfit of mine from a tour. What do you think of that?
Well, it's all right.
Oh, just all right. I basically got a green matching silk suit on, and white trainers. But I know that you would say, I know that you've said in the past,
No.
you don't like it when I wear the trainers with the suit, do you?
No.
Why not?
Well, it just doesn't. Everyone does that now, but it's not like dressy to me.
What, you think I should have a nice pair of smart shoes on?
Yes.
Well, you know, that's fashion, Hilda.
I know.
Fashion.
Well.
You know, we move with the times. Right, this one, like that, the sequin trousers.
Yeah.
So I basically got leather jacket, studded leather jacket, sequined jeans.
Mm-hmm.
I bought them in Las Vegas, actually. They were very expensive, so I'm glad you do like them.
Yes.
Yeah, all right, they passed the test. And just to mix things up completely, what about this one?
Well. Not you at all.
Well, it is me. It's me dressed up as Barbie.
I know, but it's not. I just didn't appeal to me that you don't look like Barbie.
Who do I look like?
I couldn't tell you really.
Dolly Parton.
I'm not hurt your feelings.
Dolly Parton. I basically got a pink matching suit. If you basically look at the Barbie poster in the film, that's what I'm dressed as.
All
the
right.
pink matching. It was very famous last year. You do know that, don't you?
Yes. But that didn't see, I think you suited.
Well, that's all right. Everyone's allowed an opinion. Anyway, swiftly moving on. So last week we spoke about you growing up in World War II and you were talking about the rationing thing. So I wanted to ask you a couple of more questions and I wanted to know what your first ever job was.
After I left school,
Yeah.
I worked at John Collier's.
What was that for those that don't know what that is?
John Collier's. Well, most of the people of my age who are still here, I should say, will know, because it was one of the biggest, well, it was the biggest factory in South Shields for gentlemen's suits.
All right.
So for tailoring.
And that was your first job?
That was my first job.
How long were you there for?
20 years.
Really? Can I ask you how much you got paid?
Well, you work, by the time you had been there 5 years, your wage you were on top wage, which was nearly £5 a week.
Really? But was that classed as good money then?
Well, I suppose so.
I'm sure you said to me, didn't you, that you used to get paid by how many things you made?
It came to that, but when I first started, you were trained at every job.
Right.
And by the time you'd been there in that time, you could make the whole suit.
So when you said you got paid by how many you made?
That was piecework.
Right. And were you good at that?
Well, I was in the top 10 pieceworkers.
Well, yeah. What did you spend your money on back then?
Clothes, if you were going. Well, not really. Just normal, like you used to.
Well, I'm not really a big spender, am I?
For your stage clothes, yeah.
Yeah, but that's work. That's uniform, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you remember what your first holiday was, where you went, like as a young adult?
My first holiday, I went to pick fruit in a fruit farm.
For a holiday?
For a holiday down in, I forget what they call it, Brig, they call the little village down on Yarmouth.
Oh, yeah, like down that way.
And you picked all the fruit. We went for a fortnight and we only worked 1.5 days, and then after that We were the worst fruit pickers I've ever seen.
So did you get the holiday for free if you picked the fruit?
Well, no, you went for the holiday to pick the... We were on holiday from work at Collier's, and a group of us went fruit picking on the holiday.
Interesting.
And we didn't last 5 minutes. But it was very interesting.
Where was the first holiday you went with, like, my mum and Chris and Steve, like where you took them as kids? Like, Chris and Steve are my auntie and uncles, by the way.
Bridge.
Pooley Bridge. Mm-hmm. And we all still go there now.
Yeah, you do.
We go there every half terms and like 6 weeks holidays. Everyone gets the camper vans. Mm-hmm. But you camped in a tent.
Yes.
Not a glamorous camper van.
No.
No glamping.
No.
But you come in the camper van with us now and again, don't you?
Yes.
So we did this last week and you smashed it, as you are an oracle of wisdom. But it is time for Help Me Hilda.
Hilda needs help. Never mind me helping Hilda.
So I'm going to read you 2 dilemmas, and all you need to do is give your honest answers of what you think they should do. So here we go. Are you ready?
Right, how are you then?
Help me, Hilda. I caught my best friend's husband cheating. I was out for drinks with my partner and bumped into my best friend's husband cozying up with someone else. He was sitting, sharing a bottle of wine, cuddling. He didn't see me at first, but before leaving, I walked over to say hi. You could tell he'd been caught out. He was all over the place, stumbling over his words. Do I tell my best friend and destroy their family unit or stay quiet? Oh, that's heavy stuff.
It is. This has never happened. No one's ever given me that question before in my friends. But if it was my best friend, I would have to say. But if it was just, it has happened once with me, and it was not a great friend, just an acquaintance, and I didn't say.
Well, because you didn't want to get involved.
I wouldn't get involved because, well, there was children involved and everything, and it's very hard decision to make. But if it was your very, very best friend, you would have to. Oh,
you have to, I think. I mean, I don't think I would tell an acquaintance, because I think if you didn't really know them that well, you'd be thinking, well, it's none of my business.
That's
but
right.
Definitely a best friend, I would absolutely tell them.
Yeah.
But imagine how awkward that conversation would be. Oh, is that your phone? You're supposed to have that on silent. It's all right. You just answer it. Who is it?
Betty.
No, it's not like we're recording it. Have you put her on loudspeaker?
Is that it?
Say hello.
Hello, Betty.
Hi, Hilda. Hi. How you doing? Are you okay?
Well, yeah, are you?
Yeah. I just thought, do you fancy going out for a little run?
I mean, well...
It's stop raining, like,
literally recording.
You might fancy going out for a little run somewhere?
Oh, well, Betty, I can't at the minute. I'm doing a podcast.
A what?
A podcast.
What's a podcast?
Well, Joe'll tell you.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. How are you?
I'm fine. Hi, Joe.
We're recording a podcast at the minute.
All right.
Ask her if she wants to come on with the Dolly Mixtures.
What's a podcast?
Well, would you like to come on a podcast with the Dolly Mixtures?
Right. All right.
So Joe'll have to tell you, or anyway,
Tell her we'll ring her back.
I'm sitting here talking on a podcast, so we'll ring you back.
Okay.
Bye,
Right,
Betty.
bye.
1, 2, 3. Cheerio now.
Cheerio now.
Make sure you hang up. Give it here. Right. I mean, well.
Was that all right then?
Well, not really. Your phone's not supposed to ring in the middle of a podcast. But anyways, have you put it on silent now?
I don't know how to
Oh, just leave it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. People probably don't know. Right. People probably don't know what the Dolly Mixtures are. Sorry, I've got the giggles. Would you explain to people what the Dolly Mixtures are? If we're going to have them on the podcast, we should explain what that was.
Well, it's just a group of friends that we used to do a show years ago.
Mm-hmm.
and you suggested you would have a podcast for them. I was just explaining to Betty.
Yeah, but what did you do in the Dolly Mixtures?
Just entertainment and worked for cancer research.
You raised quite a bit of money, didn't you?
Yes.
How much? Can you remember how much it was?
Can't remember now. A lot of money.
But also, very excitingly, the Customs House, a local theatre to us, they did a show, a musical with all music written by John Miles.
Yes.
About your life story with the Dolly Mixtures.
It was good as well. The music wasn't it?
Well, your story was good. You went all over the social clubs. And every bit of money, you all had full-time jobs, didn't you?
Yeah.
And every bit of money that you all raised through comedy, song and mime, you give back to cancer research. It's amazing. Very good story. Well, we'll talk to them about it when they come on. But anyways, we were in the middle of Help Me Hilda. I think we got the first one, and basically we said we'd tell the person that their husband was cheating. The second one, are you ready for the second one?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Help me, Hilda. I caught my friend slagging me off. My friend has sent me screenshots of my best friend slagging me off. It's really harsh stuff and it hurts. We've got an amazing friendship and I don't really know where the anger and nastiness has come from. Do I confront her and say that I've seen the screenshots?
I think I would.
Yeah?
But if you've got anything to say, if you have that great friendship, you say it to them personally.
But people do gossip about behind people's backs, don't they? I mean, that is a thing. But I think if you've got screenshot evidence or you've got the receipts, do you know what I mean? I think you'd have to say something, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Have you ever had any screenshots sent to you?
I don't even know where a screenshot is. I don't do anything on this modern internet.
A screenshot is where if somebody sent you a text message and you screenshot the message and then you'd send the screenshot of somebody saying something to somebody else's phone.
Well, my advice is don't do any messages to anyone.
Well, don't put it in writing.
Don't put you shouldn't put anything in writing.
Well, so we would definitely confront the friend and say, if you've got something to say, well, I would just say it to me face. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people gossip and I think if you're frustrated with your friend and you might have said something, but I think to send really nasty stuff in a message is probably slightly unnecessary.
Right.
Would you say?
Definitely.
Right. Well, confront your friend, ask her and get it out on the table.
Definitely.
Right. I'm going to play a little game with you. Of would you rather, right? So would you rather have a time machine or a teleporter?
A time machine or a teleporter?
Yeah.
Well, what's a time machine?
So a time machine, you'd go back in time. And a teleporter, if you wanted to be somewhere right now, you could click your fingers and it would teleport you there without having to travel anywhere or get on a bus or a plane or in a car. Just teleport straight there where you said you wanted to go.
Depends where you're going, I suppose. I'll have a time machine.
Time machine, right. Would you rather be able to fly or be invisible?
Be invisible.
Why?
Well, because I could find out what people are like.
Who would you go and haunt if you were invisible, or who would you go and spy on?
You, for a start.
Well, you're with me quite a lot anyways. You wouldn't need to spy on much. Anyone in particular? Would you go to somebody's house? Would you go and spy on somebody famous?
No, not really.
George Clooney?
No.
No?
It's getting too old now. No, I don't know whether I think I don't know whether I would like a time machine, really.
I think invisible would be a good one, but I'd quite like to fly as well, to be fair. I think the fly would be quite fun.
Well,
right.
I'll have the invisible, and I don't know who I would go and spy on, because I'm not really interested.
Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or walk on water?
Depends if you're drowning or not. If I'm drowning, I'd rather breathe.
No, I think breathe underwater is quite good, actually. I'd rather breathe underwater.
Yes.
Right. Would you rather Simon Cowell or Piers Morgan?
Well, it's a bit difficult to choose between the two of them, really. Simon Cowell, I don't really know. Well, I don't know any of them. But Simon Cowell, the only thing I can say about him is what I know, he's a good businessman for himself.
He took quite a shine to you when I worked with him, didn't he? He offered you your own TV show. Do you remember that?
He offered me a job.
Yes.
And when I went to the door, they said, back door for tramps. He just offered us a job on the telly. Not everybody thought I was going to get a job.
Well, you wouldn't have worked with him, would you? Not your kind of person.
No.
Right, how's your whiskey going down? Do you want another sip before we move on?
Yes, I think I will.
Right, go on then.
It's a bit strong, Joe.
Too strong.
Strong with the lemonade.
Oh, well, do you want more in? You can have more.
No thanks.
Right, every week I'm testing Grandma Hilda with a word of the week. You can't remember what last week's word was, can you?
No.
Do you remember when I said brat coded or Aussie coded?
No, I cannot remember.
No. Right, well, I'm going to give you a new one. Every week, obviously, when I give you these, the English language has changed over the years. And when the kids say the new things or the new trends that are in town, we're going to try and get you down with the kids. Your leisure suit would match with them. So, right, this week's word of the week is, if I was to say, I'm dead.
You're dead?
Yeah.
Who are you going to say that to?
So if I said to you, hey, Grandma, I'm dead, what would that mean?
I haven't got a clue. Dead tired.
No.
Just dead.
So if somebody sent me something funny and I said, oh my God, I'm dead, what would that mean?
You were having a good laugh.
Yes. Well done.
Is that the meaning of that? I'm dead. You're having a good laugh.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's getting terrible English language.
So you can say that when Betty rings you and says something funny, you can go, hey, Betty, I'm dead.
Not at my
She might
age.
panic at your age. Oh, God. I want to ask you what your earliest memories of me are.
The earliest memories of you is dancing around in your little green dressing gown with the belt. Had to have a belt on to the Wizard of Oz.
I knew every single word to the Wizard of Oz, didn't I?
Yeah, the whole film. The whole film, he knew all the words and he used to dance around.
And I used to have me little red slippers, remember?
Uh-huh.
And I literally slept with a pair of red slippers like you would with a teddy. And I left it. Remember, I left them at my dad's house one time and I wouldn't go to sleep until he had to bring them all the way. I lived like 20 minutes outside of Newcastle and I had to...
He had to go back for them.
He had to literally drive all the way back with the red shoes because I was crying my eyes out and wouldn't go to sleep without the red shoes. I'd quite like a pair now, actually. Now, obviously, you've got a lovely nickname for me because I'm so organised and tidy and I always know where everything is, don't I?
Your nickname is Where's Me? Where's me watch? Where's me phone? Where's this? Where's that? So I call him Where's Me.
But I am quite tidy, aren't I?
No.
I am. I'm a lot better than I used to be.
Well, I haven't noticed then. You're not tidy, Joe.
Do you not think?
No.
I mean, I'm all...
Not what I call tidy.
In my defence, though, I am travelling a lot, so I do have a lot of clothes all over the place, don't I? It's not... It's me job. I blame me job.
No, your dressing room and everything. In the theatres, you've always got some kind person who takes pity on you and does all your tidy, you know.
But it's not
your washing.
But it's not you.
No. No.
You do work with me, though. You come on the road.
Well, I know I'm out there selling the merchandise. I'm not going to come and tidy up as well.
So Grandma comes on the road, don't you, and you do the merchandise.
Yes.
You sell the merchandise. Do you enjoy doing that?
Yes. I meet all your fans and they're all nice.
Well, they all love you. Again, she gets more attention than I do, so she's always stealing the limelight.
Well, I look after them all.
Have you got a favourite tour of mine that I've done over the years?
Oh, well, all of them are good, really.
All of them.
The
Wow.
fans come to every show.
They do. They are very, very supportive, aren't they? Are you ready for another game?
Yes.
Right, game of 3. I give you 10 seconds, 3 answers in 10 seconds. You didn't do too well last week on the songs, so we're gonna change them this week. So are you ready? All right, here we go. 10 seconds to name 3 characters I've played in musicals.
You know, that's terrible. Tommy have played.
Right, that went well. Any others?
And he,
The one I've just announced
I
recently.
know.
I'm going back to it.
Jiminy Cricket
Well,
in the pantomime.
I was going to say Joseph.
Well, Joseph.
One more.
Um,
80s music. That was a one.
oh, yes.
The holiday rep. Can you remember his name?
Yes. I forget.
Gary. Gary the
No,
holiday
but
rep.
what
Club
was the show?
Tropicana.
Club Tropicana.
So basically didn't get any answers there. Right, next.
Well, I'm busy out selling when you're up there.
Right. 3 holiday destinations we've visited together. Go.
Holiday America,
Uh-huh.
California.
Which is in America.
I know, or you want different countries. I thought you said destination.
Well, yeah, okay. Keep going. I'll go
And
round again.
The desert, what? You know, I know.
Yosemite.
But
Las
what-
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm. We're on 40 here.
Oh, don't know. I can't remember, Joe.
No, we've been to some good places. Las Vegas, we went. Yosemite. That was all in one holiday, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? We flew to LA, drove to Las Vegas, went to Yosemite, San Francisco. Where else did we go on that trip? Oh, Cape Cod.
And we've been Spain.
Yeah. Spain. France. Been to France quite a few times. Anyways, but this is not a
You
tourist.
see, I know, but I can remember when I think about it, but which you'll find yourself when you get to my age. You'll be the same as me, you won't remember.
If I had your memory when if I even get to your age, I'll be happy.
You will be.
Well, I hope I do. Right, one more. 3 ways to greet someone. Three ways you can say hello to someone.
Hi, how are you? Oh, well, I always say hi. How are you doing?
There you go. 3. Smashed it.
Well, what 3 ways can you say?
I read. Hello.
I'll read.
How are you, pet? Hiya, Henny.
Oh,
There's a couple of
Henny.
That's a good couple of Geordie ones. Everybody else who's listening, who's not in Newcastle, will be like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
That's true.
Isn't it? But anyways, that's it. Almost time for us, but we're going to be back again next week. You excited for another one? Or have I exhausted you enough?
I'm going to have to go to bed now.
You're going to have to go and speak to your agent and
Yes.
get yourself out the contract. Have you
Right.
got an agent?
No,
No.
I don't believe in agents.
Well, I've had a few, haven't I, over the years? But we want to say a big thank you to everyone that's listened to the episode. And if you have enjoyed it, please share it with everybody else. And if you're just joining us for this episode and you missed the first one last week, you can get it on all your podcast platforms and YouTube. If you haven't followed us already, please do, as it will do wonders for us. And you can catch us on social media, on TikTok, Instagram and Facebook at That's Ridiculous Official. And you can directly message us and send questions to Grandma Hilda or any dilemmas you may have. But before we go, it's the most important part of the show, Hilda. It's your words of wisdom.
Oh,
Let's have a cheers.
cheers.
And please inflict your words of wisdom on the
I
awaiting
don't
public.
have any.
You've got nothing.
Not really.
There's one you always say to me. There's a good one you always say to me, isn't there?
The cream always rises to the top.
Amen. Cheers to that. Have one more cheers. Come on.
Cheers.
to cream always rising to the
rises
top.
to the top.
It hasn't risen yet, but we'll hear. Thank you so much for listening again. This was a Mixtape production. And a big thank you to our amazing sponsors, South Shields Football Club and Coleman's Seafood Temple. And video and sound from Wycombe 89. I hope you have a fantastic day and a week, whatever you're doing. And we'll see you next Wednesday. 1, 2, 3. Cheerio now.
Well, that was terrible.
Oh, I'm glad you've got confidence.